telling somebody to make a game with a cartoony looking wizard and like this.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
Certainly looks like the
Elder Worlds. When are they gonna make it? When are they gonna say anything about Outer Worlds 2? They announced that 4 years ago.
Good question. Why does he get a standing desk, but she gets to sit?
He needs to work out. She needs to work out, but opposite.
A Zorp. Oh god, oh no. They're gonna do the fantasy thing. That's not a lizard person. That's a Zorp.
That's a Korngish.
That's not an elf. That's an owl.
That's a Schmelf. What would you think if a game just did that, where it's like, that's not a lizard, that's a Schmizzard. Sergeant Silly? Oh.
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told,
I hope that's not the final look for the dialogue.
What's the game with the word wheel?
Word wheel.
Yeah, there's like a wheel of options of dialogue.
There's like branches coming off of it.
Yeah.
It's Mass Effect.
Oh. Was that also in Skyrim?
What?
I don't know.
Mass Effect is not in Skyrim, no.
No, not Mass Effect. I mean,
dialogue
like,
wheel?
yeah, dialogue wheel.
No.
Okay.
It's just a line of responses.
I don't know how much I should expect this game to be like Skyrim. It seems like this studio's whole gig is let's do Bethesda stuff, but better.
It's funny, because it's very spiteful in a macro sense.
Really?
Well, you know who made Fallout?
Yeah, these guys.
These guys. And then Bethesda took Fallout.
And made it worse.
Well, yeah. They made Fallout 3, which people thought was alright, and then they got the old studio who made the first two Fallouts to make a 3D Fallout, and it's still argued to be one of the best Fallout games ever.
4?
New Vegas.
Oh, New Vegas. New Vegas was after 3?
Yes, it's like a year and a half after 3.
Do people like 4? You don't know?
People compliment its gameplay.
Is it one of those things where it has a lot of good elements, they just don't come together to make a good game?
Yes, and...
Okay. I know that story.
Oh, a desert fantasy game. That's neat.
I thought that's what Outer Worlds was. It was very orange.
It had a planet that was very orange.
Oh. I think I've only seen like the first 20 minutes of Outer Worlds. I'm gonna play it for a couple of minutes.
Orange. That planet is gray and green.
You know what's fun to think about when I look at these games? How are they gonna mangle it down to make a Switch port?
What I'm thinking of is, why is their finale a repeat of the thing I walked into?
It is.
The gameplay bit was?
Oh. Avowed.
Avoid!
Avoid. Dorbies, why don't they go away?
If the main character's like a weird skeleton undead thing, that'd be neat.
I want these guys to make a Dorbies video game.
I'd play a game like that. Not
About
Dorbies.
Oh.
Not those spherical...
You know about
things.
Dorbies?
Yes, you showed it to me.
Good.
With the weird battling hillbilly.
Oh, did I show you that yesterday? I thought I showed Mom that.
That wasn't yesterday.
Oh.
It was like months ago.
Oh. Oh, so I showed you both the same clip. I just showed Mom that clip yesterday.
Were they battling hillbilly?
Yeah, because it's the funniest part.
Melting and squishing.
And the red one's just staring at him. He looks very disappointed in him.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development.
That's just a theory. A ninja theory. Thank you for watching.
Oh, it's this thing which had a fully animated trailer and nothing else.
Wasn't this thing shown off 5 years ago at the PlayStation Game Awards thing?
I know it was shown at the Game Awards earlier last year.
Oh. You mean at the end of last year?
Actually see what the game is about.
Maybe this is the game.
No, this is another cutscene. saw him being eaten by zombies.
Senua is back with a new quest.
Nope, yet to see gameplay. Alright.
Who raided her village right at their
This
feet.
game is coming out tomorrow. Get ready, everyone.
Quest has changed. Senua has
You know what? That would be kind of impressive if a game studio just did these kinds of trailers and let people find out for
Most
themselves.
uniform, tire-shaped buns I've ever seen in someone's hair.
She encounters new
Still no gameplay, alright.
value her unique perspective.
This is not what the game
That's
is.
an in-engine cutscene at least.
Oh.
By the looks of it being worse quality than all the other cutscenes so far.
Became my tribe.
I mean, that could also be because there was a lot of lighting tricks in the last bit.
In the
Is this the game?
Oh, don't tell me that's the gameplay.
on the trail of
You walk.
Oh no. Do you know how popular walking simulators are? with
I
some
just
people?
played one last night.
What?
I
You
I
play?
played a demo for this Nintendo remaster coming out tomorrow called Another Code. It's like a corny mystery game. It's actually really funny.
Are you trying to make a Norse set game with this little charm when God of War Ragnarok came out just last year?
Is that what they're doing? Stay out of their way!
It's Norse inspired. They're talking about the giants plunging the world into darkness.
That's Kratos' territory.
The
Stay
Draugr
away,
are
Missy.
showing up because Draugr are just zombies.
Kratos
Totally
would rip
not
you
a
to pieces.
very specific spiritual thing. No, they're just zombies.
Experiences psychosis.
Okay.
Seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and
I don't play the God of War games, but Kratos is just pure concentrated cool, so I respect the franchise a lot.
They're good games.
Okay. We should get that new one for the PS5.
The DLC where Kratos goes to therapy.
Isn't that free?
Is it?
Yeah,
That DLC is free?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Huh.
What do I owe ya? Nothing. It's free. Free?
I've seen that DLC. It's got a lot in it. And it is shocking if that is free.
I mean, wasn't the game a big success?
It was.
So maybe they thought they'd just throw people a
I
bone.
also still have yet to see any actual gameplay unless horror of horrors walking around is the gameplay.
planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of
You can't... I really hope they're not selling this game just on the technology. You can't do that.
What, the graphics gimmick is always, oh, combat. Except it's
Is this a...
cutscene, actually.
Is that a cutscene or this the game? I can't tell.
At best, it's a quick time event.
It's not often I see Xbox games, so I don't know what the graphics level is on those.
Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want
Okay, so tell me feasibly how you play out that scene without it being pre-recorded.
just straight through, just
You don't. It's one of those things where you probably just push a button.
Quick time event.
Yeah.
Better than anyone, better than I do.
Why does a motion capture suit look like eyeballs?
You thought that too?
Doesn't need much help from
It's Bill Cipher. They're making a Gravity Falls game. Ooh.
I get to watch the actors and see
No,
all
there was a
the
Gravity
expressions
Falls
on their
game for the
faces.
3DS.
And then I have to
It was
wait
bad.
a little while, and then I get to
Didn't
see
buy
that
it.
all again, in game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
I feel like if you sell your game on graphics, your game is not going to be special in just a few years.
Especially since this is so overwhelmingly drowning in gray.
It's a little bland, yeah. It looks nice, that's it. Like, it looks fine, but it doesn't look fun.
No, I don't care how real something looks. If I want to look at like beautiful valleys or something, I'll just go look up a tour website for Ireland.
Yeah, or you'll go outside.
and a part of this
Okay, maybe
in the voices he hears.
maybe not.
Maybe not.
The snow is at its worst right now. It looks so awful.
It's so patchy.
It looks like frosted mini wheats.
As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones you surround yourself in a three-dimensional
Is this room
space.
real?
In the first game,
What?
you only
Yeah, it's real. Okay.
that's
It just looks like an interesting table to work at.
through a space
Unless this is just like a place where you relax.
some
Looks like a presentation room, if I had to guess.
It's music that is
I wonder if you get any perks when you work at a big game studio. Like, I don't know, do you get deals on the games?
Probably not.
I know that's a childish request, but I mean, I get deals on our food at a restaurant. the prices went up.
Yeah, but also you're not a corporate worker drone.
fast and deep.
Not yet.
It's no
I mean, if I get into the animation industry, I will be.
personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade.
That's why I don't want to.
You want to go indie?
We are working
Yeah, I'd much rather go indie.
Then someone on Twitter sees your indie pilot and talks about how terrible it is.
Yeah.
It starts infinite drama for 8 years.
Here's how you don't start that drama. You don't respond to critics on Twitter.
Most of the time, I think they just ignored it.
Yeah, that's good. That's what you
Like
should
the
do.
occasional response.
Are we both talking about the same person?
Most likely.
Fizzy Pop.
Cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving. Everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey.
How much of the game was shown?
Wait,
What?
that was a sequel?
It's coming out in May.
That's...
Don't you have more to show?
Uh-oh. Sorry there, Ninja Theory. Also, did I miss anything interesting?
No. You can't, like, they're only showing 4 games right now.
Oh. Oxide. Unknown user guest view lobby admit.
Wait, is this part of the thing, or did I just get a pop-up? No.
It's part of the
I'm
thing.
stupid. Is that Slime Rancher?
Oh, it's another game. No, that's...
Oh, god damn it!
Wow.
Stop infiltrating everything! Show something interesting at the very least. Nice.
There's probably a die-hard Mana series fan absolutely bawling their eyes out watching this.
I'm sure, and I'm very happy for the people who like these kinds of games.
It's just got a good... It's just got, like, stylized.
Yeah.
It's got that old 90s Japanese fantasy look.
I like that it looks like this and not like the last 20 games that
Not like
Square Enix-
Final Fantasy, but again...
Yeah.
That's a Metroid. That was just a Metroid.
Pokemon. I like that bee.
And that was
I love that crab. That crab
Oh,
is
Sonic.
bored.
Whoa. Kill me.
I love half of these characters.
Those are the enemies.
They're fun.
I hope you're not going to Kirby yourself with it. Like, they're too cute, so you're not going to kill them.
When I play Kirby, I don't really care.
Oh.
Like, it's not even a matter of morality, it's just not really worth killing enemies.
作中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。
This looks like real time. Square Enix, you might have a winner.
Maybe. But I get the feeling it has a mixture of... Yeah, it does, definitely. Never mind, I know that's not a maybe. It has the generic / attacks, and I assume that it's a little bit
It's mostly spells.
hiding a HUD that exists, which has a lineup of pre-animated abilities that you can use
You're right.
alongside the generic attacks.
That's not real.
No,
You
there's
guys are
probably
lying.
Normal hacky slashy bits.
I would prefer if
But
the whole
there's-
game was just that.
Also, going to be a ton of magic attacks that you have, and those are the ones that do the actual damage.
You know what? Maybe I just haven't played a good enough game using that kind of stuff. Because the only games I've played...
Actually, wait a minute, that's just Hogwarts Legacy's combat system.
The only games I've played with that whole thing that we're talking about is the Final Fantasy VII Remake and the original Kingdom Hearts. Which both aren't that great.
What? Don't have your game developers live at the office.
Building the game alongside real players has given us
We've built a room that looks exactly like the game we're developing. We've left our programmers in there for 6 weeks. Let's see how they're doing. Ah! The light!
One of them just gnawing on their shoe in a corner.
I thought you were going to say one of them was gnawing on another one.
I mean, if you leave them in there for 8 weeks...
No, I said 6.
Oh, 6 weeks. That's still...
Let's see how they're doing.
Darwinian game development.
We leave them in there until they become one with the game.
It's plastic.
Indiana Jones.
Disney? Okay, yeah. So random cast when I thought Disney. Hey,
This is Disney.
what?
It's Indiana Jones game.
It's Indiana Jones.
I think so.
Excited to finally be able to share our work on
I can't read that.
I told
Oh. Fear.
It's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture.
Don't.
No, it was.
Come on, have some humility.
You thought I was gonna say the Dial of Destiny there?
Yeah, the dial of density.
Density. It didn't even have the crystal skull.
Because they have some... They probably are like, oh, those are the bad ones. Let's not look at those. Except at least in the Crystal Skull, he blows up in a fridge, and that's funny.
Todd Howard. I thought I misheard that. No, it's just Todd Howard, and he dyed his hair. Something doesn't look right about that indie. He doesn't look enough like
Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna have to change it at some point, because I'm sure the franchise, it'll be brought back someday, and they can't keep using Harrison Ford, obviously. You hope they don't.
Yeah.
Well, they will. It'll be a reboot.
Oh, God, you know who he looks like?
Who?
He looks like Kent Hovind.
Oh, no, does he? Is this first person?
He looks like 80s Kent Hovind before his face melted in prison. If they could show his face for 2 seconds.
He kinda does. Ew. No, that's no good.
Ew. He's gonna go to Mount Ararat and find a rock that looks like Noah's Ark.
This is a piece of cow shit. It's from Noah's Ark, for certain.
Oh no, they're recycling footage.
I don't know how I feel about a first-person Indiana Jones game.
You kinda want to see Indy, don't you?
Yeah.
Instead of a pair of brown sleeves. Although fist fighting as Indiana Jones sounds very fun.
I mean, playing as any iconic character is kind of weird in first person.
Which means it's probably going to be dialogue heavy, and you better hope to. Whatever you believe in, that is...
You guys are playing a dangerous game.
And it's good writing. If you write Indiana Jones properly, it's probably going to be dialogue heavy.
Maybe you should have it take place after the third movie?
Nah, let's just have it squeezed in between 2 movies at the same time.
They better do it right then.
Because it needs to be Nazis as the villain, because Nazis are an easy villain.
I feel like doing a midquel is it's a dangerous play. Because you have to make it important enough to be cool, but also not important enough so that the characters don't talk about it. Or so that it makes sense that they don't talk about it in the following movie.
Or have all the characters involved in it die, except Indy.
They are so scared of doing something.
Something new. The newest one wasn't Nazis. The one before that, the newest one wasn't Russians. I think the one before that was Russians.
And this new one, they got cold feet. And we're like, oh, I gotta have the Nazis in there. It wouldn't be a Disney movie without Nazis.
Nazis are an easy villain. What are you gonna do? Have modern day Indy fighting terrorists in Afghanistan?
I don't know. Because they love to do the thing where the villain cries and the hero says, it's okay, you're a good person after all.
Except Wish. Wish totally had a pure evil man villain, bad evil man villain. Except not because he was a good person who just mind-controlled himself.
Yeah, I heard what he did was, like, he didn't grant everybody's wish because some people's wishes might be crazy. And that was his motive. Sounds like a pretty rational motive.
But then later it was the magical star thing because what's-her-face wished upon a star and got a wish thing. And he was afraid of that, so he used the evil book of evil magics that turns anyone who uses it evil, and then became evil.
So he used the dark hold, is that what it's called?
But green.
The green hold.
Who is this?
And then...
is that a nun?
And Wong says, the green hold was a copy! Fortify your mind!
Oh, dude, now we're just completely off the trail.
But it's funny. His acting is funny.
Who are you?
That's Indiana Jones.
No, not him.
This guy?
Lady with weird hair. Not weird hair, but weird hair for the...
Weird
that
face.
man's head looks like it's stuck onto his head, their body. Did you see that?
I would not like to be a...
You don't like 3D models in development?
I don't like the idea of doing it. Because I'm sure when you rig stuff it goes wrong, and I don't want to see a realistic man's eyes go...
God, you've been traumatized by Source Filmmaker.
It was yucky.
The spooky Source spaghetti. Is that even a
One of our
contest?
mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those
What?
moments,
Yeah? What?
Hmm?
She said there's moments in action and Indy finds himself in adventure. Oof. That guy didn't look like he deserved that.
What?
That guy didn't look like he deserved that. He looks
You
like
just look like some clueless guy.
he has one too many chromosomes.
Oh, I keep a whip in mind. You know, I was inspired as I was developing Cyberpunk. I decided to cut off my arm and replace it with a prosthetic.
Hey Mandy, look
Really?
over here. I gotta make sure I get the whip physics right.
You know how much it hurts to get hit by a whip.
Like breaches your skin real easy. Yeah,
It's the point moving at the speed of sound.
yeah, I can imagine it hurts.
Yeah. The crack of a whip is literally the end of the whip ripping the air apart.
Jesus Christ.
It was the first sonic boom in human history.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And anybody can just do that.
Well, no, because if you don't know how to use a whip and you try and crack it or something, it could smack back and hit you right in the face. Alright, what do you say?
What's the new one called again?
The
Dial of
Dial
Destiny.
Destiny.
Right. I don't want to be sad when we watch that one, because that one's, it's not funny bad, it's just mean.
It's just miserable. Machine games.
This always makes my
It's
skin
coming
crawl.
2024.
That always
Right.
makes my skin crawl.
A year date instead of a month date.
A year date when you're in the year.
Oh. Now, let's see if I was correct and there's a secret sixth one. Wow, who would have guessed? Oh, wait. No, this is just a montage for you.
Ha!
Why? Why would you do that? You had 3 on the top row and 2 on the bottom row. What psychopath organizes it like that?
Or at least make it look like it's obviously 5.
Animals, children, and game developers.
Yes, center the bottom 2 if you're gonna do that.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech.
Do you need a recap of the stuff you saw in the last 40 minutes? Or wait, what time is it? Okay, that's fine.
Where are we? That looks neat. Ish.
Don't worry. Be happy.
It's a little generic fantasy, but it's done well as generic fantasy.
I think all these games look pretty okay.
It was a little weird, Avowed.
This one stuck out to me. It looks pretty okay.
It's the most stylized one.
Yeah, and it's colorful. I like that.
Don't you do this. No, come on. Look at it. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I hate... No one cares about Elder Scrolls Online.